Ramesh Sippy's 1975 film Sholay is the definition of an epic. Memorable characters, quotable dialogues, popular soundtrack, elaborate and dramatic action scenes, heightened drama, and all in all, strong themes of camaraderie and love. In its 3.5-hour runtime, Sholay accomplishes everything that a film of its genre should. It literally invented the masala film genre that continues to define Hindi films today and is right up there with Rabindranath Tagore's poetry, the Taj Mahal, the Bhagavad Gita, and the temples of Chennai in the list of most defining pieces of art in India of all time. The film is also inspired heavily by westerns such as John Sturges' The Magnificent Seven, Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in the West, as well as Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai, with its own elements that set it apart in a class of itself. I like to think that Sholay is the perfect western because it's neither spaghetti nor American and it hits the right spot between the two. Let me explain what I mean. American or classic westerns are characterized by the righteous characters, the good guys that defend the law and fight villains for the benefit of society. These films are filled with heavy Christian messagery and romanticize fighting thieves and bandits. In contrast to these films, there are the Italian and Spanish spaghetti westerns that have more morally ambiguous heroes that work for their personal goals rather than the common good. They're lonesome and they speak in dialogues rather than real words, and everything they do is more cinematic and dramatic than practical. How does Sholay meet the middle point between these two genres? Amitabh Bachchan's Jaya is the spaghetti western hero. He plays the harmonica by himself at night, lies on the grass and only speaks in sarcasm. Compare him to Dharmendra's Veeru, who's a whole lot more heroic rather than stoic and more open to communication. This can also be seen in their love interests. While Veeru chases after the loud and talkative Basanti and engages in long conversations with her in order to get her to like him, Jaya silently plays the harmonica as he makes subtle eye contact with Jaya Bachchan's Radha, who barely speaks a word throughout the film. This is where the film ultimately meets the common point. Both these characters bring a depth to their storyline and amalgamate the Italian and the American way of making westerns to come up with something new and innovative. This is another reason why this film is an epic. The story goes on from romance to action and the themes swing from friendship to revenge. This makes the 24 frames of film the multi-sensual experience that is cinema. Mix this with Ramesh Sippy's masterful direction composed of zoom-ins and zoom-outs that employ blocking techniques at their very best, and R.D. Burman's iconic score that stands up even to Ennio Morricone, and you have yourself the most remarkable piece of media in Indian cinema.